Hi guys, um, working on your project. This is all the measurements that I took the other day. This is the layout of your house, and wanted to show you my thinking on this. So if we, first of all, we want to get rid of this kitchen. We want to get rid of the sink, dishwasher. Won't get the dishwasher. There we go. Stove, refrigerator. Okay. Um, we want to get rid of this wall. This is your dining room. This is your kitchen. We're getting rid of it. All the cabinetry. I'm going to throw this door over here just to keep it there for a minute so I don't have to search for it because I need to get rid of that. And I'm thinking we're getting rid of this wall. But I don't want to go all the way over to here. It's going to create a weird situation with this. We'd like daylight in there. I think if we just come over and leave a little bit of wall there, that that would be the best way to treat that. We've also got this arch over here, so this wall has to at least come to there. Catch that. So this beam supporting this beam, so we got to keep this. And maybe make it a little longer even. I'll show you why. Now, we want to bring this wall, here I got some tools down here, out from here, come all the way out. We're going to do it. Let's go all the way. And my first thoughts on this desk area is small. I don't know how well that gets used. Let's make it full 2 foot. So if we're going to go 2 foot, we've got to go off of here 2 foot. 2 footish. It's right there. Do you like a desk there? Let's keep a desk there. That'll represent a chair. We have to keep this door somewhere in here. Let's put it right back there. It could be over here, could be over there. Kind of, I think it's going to work fine there. Now we just take in and sketch in our cabinets. 2 feet-ish. 2 feet-ish. And this creates this big, deep area in here, which would be okay for a refrigerator. If you went with a deep refrigerator, you can get in-cabinet refrigerators, but if you got the room, why not get a bigger refrigerator? Let's do something here. Those are the cabinets aren't weird. We could create a little bit bigger space here, which would be fine, behind the stove if you wanted to. I'm thinking the stove would go over here. Or we bring this out, and wherever the refrigerator is, we make it deeper for that refrigerator. And that way we could, take this all the way over. But let's look at a peninsula. If we're doing a peninsula, we're probably taking this all the way across. This could be shorter. Peninsula in here. You've got this walkway through here, and typically when I'm designing kitchens, ideally, well, at a minimum, you need 3 feet between here and here. Let's make that 2 foot so it's accurate. 2 foot. You need a minimum of 3 feet, and that's tight typically. Somebody opens a door or something, you dancing cheek to cheek, can't get by. Ideally, I'd go 4 feet. 3'6" works, but 4 feet's much better. And with a 3-foot door in here, I think you'd need 4 feet. So we're going to also need 4 feet, minimum 4 feet away from here. But if we keep a desk there, you may even need more than that. So let's come back here. I'm thinking of a peninsula. There'll be seating out here, so let's pull the peninsula down a little bit. Keeps chairs out of the way. And then a peninsula is about 3 feet typically wide. That gives you 2 feet of cabinets under it, and then a foot of chair storage and kind of tabletop out here. You can go a little bit bigger if you want. Now, where does this leave our appliances? We put our sink back here. That would be okay. We're probably going to have to put the refrigerator over here someplace. Now, right about here, your wall starts stepping down, and I like that feature. You could put it back here. It's kind of in the way of the door. I think we could get it right in here. Because that wall's high right in here. What you'd do is make this wall come all the way over like so that you could keep the refrigerator there. Um, you'd have to get a different refrigerator for this to work because it's sticking out like crazy. Or you make the cabinets a little deeper along here, but then you're going to have to make this wider, push this area over more. Not the end of the world, that would be fine. Typically you're making at least 4 inches bigger, most of the time 6 inches bigger. And so you're moving this 6 inches, something like that. Peninsula, chair storage out here. Um, this is a little awkward. I have to do something with that. So you'd probably do something along the lines of something like that. If you're going to do that, let's make it come out bigger so that we can store cabinets. Get our upper cabinets in there, bump them against something. We do our upper cabinets all along here, and we got a dead space back here, but that's all right, not the end of the world. And if I can grab my stove, throw my stove in here. And now what have we left? The dishwasher. Dishwasher is a little tight if you want it on the right hand side. We'd move this over to where you get some drawer space at least. Put your window there. Uppers all along here also. So you'd have uppers, your window, whatever size. You have a small upper here. Broom closet, pantry, whatever over here. I don't like this design. And I'll tell you why. If your place is anything like ours, everybody wants to be in the kitchen. And I just don't like a bottleneck. Bottleneck is just everybody milling around in here. You're trapped. I feel like, especially if you got a desk here and a chair there, you're going to probably have to make this smaller. And we'd round that off or do something, artsy. Um, I just don't like a. So I played with this at first and I thought there's got to be a better way. And so I did this. And personally, I really like this better. So you've got your desk over here, you've got storage over here, upper cabinet, pantry, uh, nice big pantry here, dishwasher, your sink, nice stove fits in here. Take this and inset a little bit and get a nice deep refrigerator area. You can get a nice deep broom closet alongside there and an island. So you get all the island storage. You get the uppers here. Don't you still have uppers here. I think this is giving you more storage space really and more usable counter area. And then this is the business end of the kitchen. And this is where everybody mills around. They can sit, eat, excuse me, watch you. This still works. You've got this nice open feeling. And I spent a long time with the engineers and the Title 24 guy, and even Mike and I talked about it a bit, quite a bit, how to make the ceiling work over this. There's a bunch of codes that come into play, but really what we're going to have to do, we can't just put a little stripping over the ceiling. We've got to put in almost 2 by 12. Uh, well, it's going to have to be 2 by 12 rafters over all of this to make it span, because we can't span 4 by 6 rafters like you have now at 4 foot on center and make them work even the existing span that you've got here. It's 11 feet. And you've got 11 feet to here coming down the other way. The existing situation. I can't make that work by today's codes. It won't work. So we've got to span over this whole thing. And if we're spanning all the way over this, well, that's monstrous. You know, that's almost 30-foot span. That's monstrous rafter sizes. But if I put a beam in here where the old roof and old wall were, and I only span from here to here, I can make that work with a 2 by 12, I think, at 1 foot centers. And I can give us the look that we're talking about and make this roof work. And so now the big question is, well, what does this look like? Can't believe I'm getting this all done in one take here. Usually I've fumbled up something by now. I just jinxed myself, didn't I? What do you think of that ceiling? So the ceiling is really decorative. It's not doing any structural work. This beam is doing structural work for this existing ceiling, but we're spanning over this whole thing to this beam, and these outside uh, footings, we're adding these new footings here, so it's not a big deal to add big enough footing to make this beam work to carry this whole load. And it creates this ceiling look. Oops. Now the transoms, I'd make sure they lined up. Um, if you wanted to do the transoms, if you don't want to do the transoms, you don't have to. It just makes a big wall space up above here, but that's not bad. You could put 8-foot door in here if you wanted to, and that way you'd raise the what they call the spring line, the top of the door, and the window would match, and you don't have to do transoms. The only reason I was bringing that up is because that's a south facing, and at certain times of the day you're going to have a lot of sun in there. So maybe we just go with an 8-foot door instead of the transom, or a small transom. Do a 1 foot, and it kind of lines up on the with the top of this, and you could tint those, and it would be okay. Um, Lots of storage, big pantry, nice little broom closet over here. Now I could model the other one if you want to see that. Be glad to do that. It takes quite a bit to get the model all up to this grade, but I can show that to you if you'd like. I just use this as a base and alter everything. So let me know what you think on this. So that's the kitchen addition remodel. And let's just look at the floor plans for the other stuff. Here's what we're talking about doing with that bathroom. Full sink, counter, the toilet over here. I think to get a 2-foot 8-inch door in here, which is about the minimum for ADA access, you may wind up going with a smaller cabinet here and popping this out to a standard cabinet. And in that case, you would center this, if I can get this to cooperate, there we go, on whatever this cabinet was. That would go away. Um, but that works. You still have storage here, countertop. I don't know if you want a medicine cabinet in there, but you could make that work. So this works all right. This over here is a major challenge. So the existing, we don't want to give up any space here. And I think, if I remember right, you have clothes hanging here and here. Um, maybe on both sides. That's really tight for that. But I don't want to take away any of your clothes storage. I think you've got a dresser here and a dresser here. And, well, this doesn't work, so we got to do something. So, what did I do? Oh, what did I do? I added out here. I just don't see any way, go back here, of making this work. You take the toilet and move it over a little bit, and you try to get a cabinet in here and across. You don't have much of a cabinet. You really haven't done anything except loose storage. It's more accessible. It works better. But I tried putting the toilet over here and a long cabinet over here. There's not enough room. I tried the toilet over here, long cabinet here. That's nice. But then you have this scenario in a cabinet going across here. And this is all dead. You really use any of that. So um, I think that if you want to do something with that for a little addition here, now all of a sudden it works. You take the screwy little windows off of here, put a screwy little window there, but make it big enough to where it brings some light in there. You got a towel rack underneath that. Nice big vanity mirrors, and the only thing is this takes away from your dresser over here. I haven't touched this other than you could put in a barn door. That's what they call those sliding doors. I don't know if you like that or not. You don't have to. This would easily accommodate a swing door. Let's take one of these like that. And you get more space in here. Or you center that door and you get more on both sides. Um, could swing out. It's a little tight. Or you leave it like you guys have that. Um, not taking anything away from that. But you would be losing one built, one cabinet, chest of drawers. I'll send this over to you and tell me what you think. Um, let me know what you think on this kitchen. And I couldn't get a window to match yours. And see what happens to my model when I finally screwed something up. There we go. Anyway, this was the main thing I wanted to show you with the model. So, okay, guys, let me know. Thanks.